So the Caitlin Clark jersey retirement was incredible. It was incredible. Like, I can't believe, like, everything went perfectly. The game, to, you got to give USC credit, Lindsay Gottlieb, all USC players, they put in a hell of a game. They put in a hell of a shift. They just couldn't put the ball in the basket. They stayed to watch the ceremony. Shout out Juju, who did get a shout out from Caitlin Clark. It could not have gone better. And I mean that, like, it could not have gone better. I think I got this video a little bit later than normal. I got into an argument with some high quality ball knowers on Twitter. Yeah, so this was it was an all around good situation. It was good all around, and I hope the AJ Wilson game, that's on a bit later now, is it? In South Carolina goes the same, because at the end of the day, look, it is. You hope that two of the greatest college players of the last decade both have good send-offs. Obviously, Clark being the second player in recent years to get a jersey retired by Iowa, and both of them being 22, both going to happen on 2-2. But, yeah, so, like, the whole day, like, an incredible Nike jacket, I think it would sell out if it was on sale. Nike and Clark, so many custom stuff, and you got nothing good to actually sell. The USC team staying out on the bench, I'm going to have to give a lot of props to those players, and I have to give a lot to Lindsay Gottlieb as well as a coach. But her jersey retired in the rafters. Caitlin Clark moments for her jersey retired in the rafters. Like, would have been absolutely incredible to have been in that building. I'd say it was unbelievable. And I'd say, look, the game looked like it was going to be a blow for Iowa, and then I thought at halftime it was done. I genuinely thought at halftime it was completely done. Like, I thought they'd gotten the lead again. I thought Iowa couldn't get past the halfway line. Like, they literally could not get past the halfway line. So I was just like, oh, it's over now, isn't it? It's over now. I mean that, it's over. But they came back, and what a game. The retirement speech, obviously unbelievable as well.
First of all, my teammates, I wouldn't be here without any of you. And a lot of you came back, and, you know, you have busy schedules, and I think...
And, like, look at that. Monica Zanano. Is that McKenna Warnock? I'm blind. I am, like, absolutely blind. Obviously, Jada Jimfy's there. Jada Jimfy not on the team? Is Jada Jimfy not on the team right now, sitting with the former teammates? Yeah, I think that is McKenna Warnock. Yeah, it's McKenna Warnock. Monica Zanano, obviously. Kate Martin. I thought for a second look, I was like, that's not Meg Gustafson, is it? I was like, no, it's Warnock. And then obviously Gabby Marshall. Some really, really good players. The fact that Kate Martin came all the way from Miami was nice, was great as well. It was great as well. Obviously, during the speech, I'm not going to show too much of the speech because it was on Fox. Like, during the speech, she shouted out them. She shouted out Juju. She shouted out Lisa Bluter. Shouted out her parents. Just kind of shouted out everyone. And, like, you're seeing a really, really good speech. Also, she thanked the fans as well for showing up, talking about the fact that, well, it was definitely not cheap for you to get in. Talked about how she was playing there for Indiana and said, save up because we know it's not going to be cheap, which she's not wrong doing. I think it was all around a perfect day given the circumstances. It really, really was. Like, I thought the game was really good. I thought the first half was a battle of who wants to win less. The first half was I'm not going to lie, the worst basketball I've ever seen. Like, USC did not know what to do with the crowd. Like, I've never seen a team look shook before from a crowd. They look shook. And then, in fairness to Juju, that was a big shot at the end of the first quarter, but they didn't score for like 3 minutes in the second quarter. It was like 20-6 or something, like 3 minutes into the second quarter. And then suddenly Iowa couldn't get past the halfway line. John Jensen called multiple timeouts, and they still went out with the no tactics, just vibes press break. Then obviously they did go out way too hard during that. In the second half, they were just getting burned. Like, Lucy Olson was burning it. Lucy Olson was unbelievable. Caitlin Clark's quote-unquote replacement was unbelievable. Like, that's the best game Lucy Olsen's played for Iowa in front of a huge crowd. Like, it was unbelievable. And then again, an Iowa basketball for Wilson as well. Lindsay Gottlieb, what was she saying about why she was sticking around? Like, fair play again to those players. Like, they did not want to be there, and fair play to them for sticking around, because on the day they're definitely going to want to be anywhere but on that court. But we all know that looking back on it in 5 years' time, when Kiki Iriafen and Juju Watkins look back on this, they will be glad that they were at the ceremony.
I'm really impressed with the atmosphere here, the love for women's basketball, the appreciation for what Caitlin's done, and Coach Bluter. So, you know, we had decided prior to the outcome of the game that we were going to stay out there and be part of that to honor her and where women's basketball is. And we know that the things we're doing, you know, we get to write our own story, but are part of a synergy around women's basketball that has, you know, in many ways emanated from here. And so obviously congratulations to her. There's nothing I can say that hasn't been said, but the respect she's shown us and the humanity she's shown us, I'm definitely.
And again, fair play to Lindsay Gottlieb for saying that. Like, they could have very easily left, and it would have been made sense. Lifelong Hawkeyes fans looking forward to seeing Caitlin Clark's jersey. I'm still watching the Fever. I mean, how could you not watch her? It's good. Like, look, all of this is good. And regardless of what ball knowers say, it is really good to see people of all, like, at this game, I can guarantee you there are people from all over the world, from so many different nationalities, so many different backgrounds, so many different, like, Stephanie White's there. I can guarantee you can find probably someone from 50 different countries in that stadium, in Carver. Like, sport is the one unifier. And that's the thing where it's like, on an individual by individual basis, obviously, no, you don't have to do that. But as a totality, sport is one of the biggest unifiers. And as someone in Ireland who, especially growing up, it was like, where it was like very little people of, you know, different backgrounds. Obviously, it's a lot more now in Ireland. But like, as a basketball player, that's where you kind of get to see that. Like, that's where it kind of was. And it's, for me anyway, I just love the sport of basketball. Like, and it's a big thing, whether it's men's, women's. I'll watch a Super League women's game in Ireland, like 10 steps below the W. And it's always good to see. It's good to see stuff like this. It's good to see when the women play in Ireland, they fill out the stadium when they play for the national team. It's great to see it being more expensive to get into this game, to watch Lucy Olsen cook, absolutely cook, to watch Juju Watkins play, which Caitlin Clark retirement in her jersey. This was more expensive than watching LeBron's potential last game ever in New York. He hasn't announced it, and we know LeBron. He's going to probably play next year and do a retirement tour. Potentially his last game ever in New York was cheaper to get into than this game. Like, that does say a lot. Anyway, an absolutely perfect day for the Clark family, a perfect day for Indiana, a perfect day for the neutral fan. If you're a fan of USC, perfect day. For the neutral fan in this situation, or fans of Clark, fans of Iowa, Fever fans, and if you're a neutral fan, it was a hell of a second half. Horrific first half. Both teams were trying. Like, it was 40, like what? It was 48-41 in the second half. Like, it was, or 40 to 48. Sorry, yeah. So, it's like, it was a hell of a second half of basketball. What Lucy Olsen was doing was incredible. Addie O'Grady was hooping. I didn't think USC were great in the second half, but they were a lot better than they were in the first. But yeah, anyway, I'll see you guys.